Hello, my dear students. Now we are in the third part of the collision, and this is the last and final part too. So let's see this question. What will be the coefficient of restitution if a ball V is equal to 12 meter per second collide with another very heavy ball moving in opposite direction with a speed of 3 meter per second, and the light ball rebound with a velocity of 12 meter per second. So that's the question. So we have a situation where there is a body that is moving with a velocity of 12 meter per second. Here the mass is not mentioned in the question, and there is a very heavy body. About this the question tell like it is a heavy body, right? It is a heavy body and it is moving in the opposite direction with a speed of 3 meter per second. Now what happened? The light ball rebound with velocity 12 meter per second. So the lighter mass is rebounding with 12 meter per second upon collision, and the heavy mass, okay, and the heavy body. See, what will be the situation of the heavy body? Yes, the heavy body velocity will not change, right? It can still move with the same velocity, say 3 meter per second. Okay. So they are asking what is the coefficient of restitution. So how will you calculate the coefficient of restitution? It is V2 minus V1 divided by U1 minus U2. Now apply it carefully, you will get the answer. That is V2. V2 is a heavy body, right? Heavy body final velocity, which is minus 3 minus lighter body final velocity is V1, which is equal to minus 12. Why? Means this direction you will be taking as negative, and that direction the physical quantity you will take it as positive, right? So it will be minus 12 divided by U1. What is U1 here? Yes, this is what U1 is. U1 is 12 meter per second. So 12 minus 3. So this will be minus 3 plus 12 divided by 12 plus 3, alright? So which will be equal to 9 by 15. What is 9 by 15? 3 by 5, alright? So that is the answer for the question. That is the coefficient of restitution. Hope you understood. Okay. So what is the speciality of the question? The question is about coefficient of restitution, as well as here is one among the sub case that we learned here. Okay. Now, question number 2. It's also a very good question. The ball moving with velocity 20 meter per second strike the floor as shown. If E is equal to 1 by 2, then calculate angle of reflection. B question, velocity of ball after striking. So here this is a situation. Here is a ball. Here is a ball. A ball is coming and colliding like this, making an angle 30 degree, right? And here the velocity is 20 meter per second. Okay, the velocity is 20 meter per second. I am not mentioning there. Okay, I will mention here in the figure. 20 meter per second. Okay. Now, what we need to understand is we can resolve the velocity into two components, vertical as well as horizontal. But when a ball is colliding with a ground in this way, the vertical velocity only will get affected, whereas the horizontal will remain the same. Okay, so here if this angle will be also 30, right? So what will be coming? Yes, this will become like 20 cos 30. Now what is 20 cos 30? 20 into root 3 by 2, which is equal to 10 root 3 meter per second. And what is this one? This will be like 20 sine 30, right? Which is 20 into 1 by 2, which is equal to 10 meter per second. Okay. Now, this is the situation before collision. And what will be the situation after collision? Let's analyze that. Now, after collision, the situation will be like the ball is moving like this. We have the angle of reflection here. Let's make it as theta since we don't know. But the horizontal velocity will remain the same, which is 10 meter per second. But the vertical velocity will be affected, right? The vertical velocity will be affected, and we need to find that vertical velocity. Okay. So how to find that vertical velocity here? Finding vertical velocity. So let's find out the vertical velocity. We know the equation is E is equal to V2 minus V1 divided by U1 minus U2 for coefficient of restitution, isn't it? And here we should know what is the first body and what is the second body. Here the first body is our ball, whereas the second one is the floor, which is always at rest. Okay, so second body is always at rest. So E value is given in the question as 1 by 2. So let's substitute it as 1 by 2 is equal to V2, which is always at rest. So 0 minus V1. Since this is negative direction, let's substitute it as minus 10 root 3 here. So it will be minus 10 root 3 divided by U1. I'm sorry that we don't know the final velocity of the first body, right? That is what we need to find. Okay, so let's substitute it as V1 itself, because what I have shown before, this is the initial velocity, right? This is the initial velocity. Actually, we need to find the final velocity. That is what this is, final velocity. That is what we need to find. Therefore, we will put it as V1 itself. Okay. Now U1 is minus 10 root 3. Correct? U1 is minus 10 root 3. Why minus? Because it is along the negative y direction. Now, minus 0. Why 0? Because second body is always at rest. So you can tell like your minus 10 root 3 by 2 will be equal to minus V1. So that V1 is equal to 5 root 3 meter per second. Okay. So V1 is 5 root 3 meter per second. So we got this as 5 root 3. Okay, this component. Now how to find the answer for angle of reflection? That's the first question, angle of reflection. So clearly, if you take tan theta here, it will be opposite side by adjacent side, right? So let's take tan theta, which is 10 by 5 root 3, opposite side by adjacent side. So here theta will be equal to tan inverse of 2 by root 3, right? Tan inverse of 2 by root 3. Tan inverse of 2 by root 3. Now what is velocity of ball after striking? That is the B part. Velocity of ball after striking. See the velocity, final velocity they are asking. Okay, final velocity. We know the x value doesn't change. So how will you write the velocity? 10I plus 5 root 3 j cap. Okay, if you need, you can find the magnitude as root of 10 square plus 5 root 3 the whole square. You can find the magnitude. Okay. So I hope you understood this question. If you once again you rewind the video, and this will be very clear to you, and it is one of the best question also. Now let's move on to the last and final question. A base of mass, let's change as a ball of mass 1 kg, is dropped from a 20-meter height. Find the velocity of ball just after second collision. Okay, so let's do it. So suppose it is 20-meter high. Okay, this is 20-meter height, and this is our ground. Now there is a mass 1 kg which you are dropping. Okay, so you need the velocity of ball after the second collision. So velocity of ball after nth collision is e raised to n into v naught, right? So which is e square times v naught. What is the equation for v naught? 2g h naught. Your e is given as 0.5 here and g is 10. So it is 1 by 2 the whole square into 0.5 can be written as 1 by 2, right? 2 into 10 into 20. So that will be 1 by 4 times, inside the root it is 400, therefore 20 comes. So this will be like 5 meter per second. Okay, so that is the answer for the first question. Now the second question is maximum height attained by the ball after second collision. So maximum height attained after second collision. So height after nth collision is e raised to 2n times h naught, which is 1 by 2 into 2 into 2 into 20, right? So 2 into 2 is 4. So it is 2 power 4 is 16 times 20. You cut it with 4. It is 5 by 4 coming, right? So your answer is 5 by 4 meters. Okay. Now what is the third question? The third question is average speed for the whole interval. That's the third question. Average speed for the whole interval. The equation is root of gh by 2 into 1 plus e square by 1 plus e the whole square. Okay. So upon substitution, 10 into 20 by 2 into 1 plus 1 by 2 the whole square divided by 1 plus 1 by 2 square, right? So you will get it like 10 times, it is 1 by 4. So on cross multiplication, 5 by 4 divided by, it will be like, here it will be 3 by 2, square will be 9 by 4, alright? So that will be 9 by 4. You can cut both the 4. So it will be 50 by 9 meter per second. So that is the answer. So that's all about collision. We have done more questions. We have done spectra materials. So you guys go through that also. So you'll get a more clear picture. So next class we will be doing any other focus topic. Okay, I'm thinking about moment bar. Okay, so you do some question from your part also, so it will be easy for the NEET examination. Thank you all.